What does 5MLD mean for accountants? The fifth anti-money laundering directive is now active, and businesses face a race against time to become compliant. The fifth anti-money laundering directive, 5MLD, has now been passed into law with the aim of tackling the financing of terrorist groups in Europe by enforcing enhanced checks, and closely regulating cryptocurrencies and prepaid cards. The new regulations introduced by the directive have also changed the role that accountants play, giving them an important role in conducting due diligence that will help to tackle organized crime. David Savage, a partner in Stewart's financial crime department, said, "What is clear from the new rules is that the expectations of obliged entities, including accountancy firms, in respect of the fight against financial crime continued to expand. With HMRC investigating and fining numerous accountancy firms for breaches of anti-money laundering rules, it has never been more important to ensure compliance with the law." Many accountants will not have been exposed to anti-money laundering (AML) regulation before, and LexisNexis has issued a guide on how to cope with these new regulations. Mike Harris, Director of Financial Crime Compliance at LexisNexis, explained what the regulations introduced in 5MLD means for accountants. "There's a whole swathe of sectors that weren't subject to AML regulation that now are, so an accounting practice with any business exposure in that area is going to have to go through and review all of its policies and procedures. If they deal in those sectors, they're going to have to take a different approach to risk than they would have done up until today." Our guide was our effort to provide something that just touched on the issues that compliance have got to be thinking about. The compliance considerations as a result of all this new regulation are significant. Reporting discrepancies. The new regulations have been designed to reduce local interpretation and make sure that enhanced due diligence checks have been performed where AML and combating and fighting terrorism checks are weak. These checks will need to be carried out by accountants as well as their clients. They, accountants, have to do their own work to be satisfied that they understand who the beneficial owners are at any given client relationship, and if they find discrepancies through the national registers, report them, said Harris. Then you've got the whole issue of trusts and foundations and the special purpose entities that will be less widely available in terms of publicly available. For more on this story, visit the news article link.